Yo, man, it is your boy Sasuke Uzumaki back again on the scene with another manga chapter review for Naruto 674. So right off the bat, Madara is now facing off with Naruto and Sasuke. As we both know, in 673 they both got some huge ass power-ups, and Madara decides to perform some lightning jutsu from his the recently discovered Ying style. He has both yin and yang, as we saw like a couple of chapters ago when he was fighting Obito, I believe, and it's a lightning style jutsu. And Sasuke's like, fuck your shit, you know what, I already have some new powers of my own, so let me demonstrate them to you, you know what I'm saying? So Sasuke uses the power of his Rinnegan, and Madara was thinking that he probably tried to dodge the attack, but it wasn't. And in the next panel, Naruto decides to play some baseball with Madara's head, and at the last possible moment, Madara decides to use that little limbo jutsu again. But Naruto's like, you know what? I'm getting sick of your limbo shit, and he decides to use a new sage technique called Storm Release. You know, it just makes me think of Storm Revolution, Storm Release. Get it? No, okay. And Naruto takes a big old whack at Madara's head, and man, it is so funny to watch. You know, Madara's face go sideways like that in the panel when he gets hit. And Sasuke decides to, you know, have a little target practice with Madara's head and throws his sword, but it ends up missing. And Madara still goes flying, but Madara manages to get out of the way at the last possible moment. And so all of a sudden, we get this image of Sasuke going black and white, all Tsukuyomi style, you know, reminiscent of the Tsukuyomi. And it is actually Sasuke analyzing the situation of what is going on, and it turns out that, I'm guessing that it's stemming from his yin and yang release, that Madara can now manipulate his own shadow to dodge attacks and, you know, get out of danger when it's possible. So Naruto can't see the shadow itself. He can't see the shadow, but Sasuke can with the power of his new Rinnegan. So Naruto can only attack when Madara is in his physical state, but Sasuke is the only one who can attack Madara when he uses that shadow of his. And Madara makes a quick note of how the Uchiha ancestry works, with Sasuke, you know, being you know, a descendant that's way down into their bloodline, much like how an example would be the first Hokage is to Naruto, because, you know, Naruto's lineage, you know, comes from the Uzumaki clan, and the first Hokage married Mito Uzumaki, and you know, generation after generation later, you have Kushina Minato. I mean, you already know that story. So Madara's like, you know what, Sasuke, you seem to have grown, you know, over time, so I'm gonna take your eye, which now seems to be the plan. And Sasuke's sword, which we thought had missed, when I was reading it, when I first thought it missed, you know, we show this other panel where Madara gets impaled by the sword. So Sasuke's Rinnegan is pretty powerful. I mean, he can really analyze the situation pretty well. So Sasuke begins to think, like, damn, I attacked his shadow with my sword, but I didn't attack his physical state. And the Sage of the Six Paths Chakra that Naruto possesses, the attacks won't work on the shadow virgin. No, I said virgin, not virgin. And Naruto can only attack the physical side of it, and like Pain's Rinnegan jutsu, Madara can only attack with his shadow or switch in and out of his shadow, you know, through certain periods of time. So Sasuke begins to tell Naruto all the information, and Naruto's like, man, you know what? Taking orders from you is starting to really piss me off, you know. And I kind of smiled at that moment, because, you know, it kind of reminded me of when Sasuke and Naruto were in the Forest of Death, and, you know, Sasuke was like, you know, telling Naruto like, nah, man, you know what? We should just get the hell out of here and just run, man. This dude's dangerous. And Naruto was like, fuck that, man. We're gonna stay here and fight. So Sasuke begins to explain further that Madara's shadow is overlapping with his physical form. So he tells Naruto like, yo, I need you to, you know, start doing your Sage Jutsu that can seal your movements. I mean, that can seal his movements, so we can, you know, fight this guy more effectively. And Madara is obviously impressed with Sasuke's analytical skills. You know, he's come a long way since, you know, the beginning of Naruto Shippuden, even though he already had that sense, you know, in the first part of Naruto. The one-tailed Shikaku suggests to Naruto that he can use his chakra to make a sealing jutsu and seal Madara with that. And Naruto gets this super epic Rasengan, which is what you are seeing right now, and it's called the Sage Art Magnet Release Rasengan. And he's also fusing it with the well, actually, no, he's not fusing it. He just has the Rasengan in his hand, and Sasuke decides to use the Sixth Path Chakra that he got, and they decide to have a little Chidori Rasengan clash. And again, you know, Naruto's like, man, you telling me what to do is starting to piss me off, but I'll trust you. And Madara's thinking, oh shit, man, these fuckers are figuring it out faster than I can manage. So Naruto and Sasuke run at each other with Madara sandwiched in the middle, and, you know, perform their little their techniques together at the same time to try to, you know, prevent Madara from using his shadow, you know, to escape the attack, while Naruto can still attack his physical form. So, you know, so they're putting everything that they got. But it turns out that Madara, again, man, like a boss, man, he's figuring out ways to get out of the sticky situation. And with his Rinnegan, Sasuke is like, fuck, what the hell, man? We're like, what the hell happened this time? I thought we got him. And Sasuke realizes that his body was Madara's body was substituted again. And Naruto's like, yo, Sasuke, man, don't even trip. I got this one. So you need to go after the real body. And Madara's saying like, well, as long as I can leave this area, you know, then I can escape. And the panel switches quickly, you know, over to an exhausted Kakashi Hatake, and Madara tries to grab him with the shadow, I'm assuming, from what I had seen, and Madara's left eye, it reveals its Sharingan, and it switches back over to Obito and Sakura. And the favor that Obito tells Sakura to do is to destroy Obito's Rinnegan. And I had a feeling that that was going to be the suggestion, you know, because I was thinking a few chapters ago, I was like, well, there are only 2 people who have the Rinnegan now that, you know, that Madara can get his left Rinnegan from. He can either, you know, try to take it from Sasuke, or he can take it from the weaker of the 2 in Obito, you know, with that being Obito. So at the last possible moment, Sasuke uses his speed to deflect Madara's attack from Kakashi, and he cuts Madara clean in half, as it seems. But at the very end of the chapter, Kishimoto kind of gave a spoiler for 675 at the very end. If you guys haven't read that chapter, you know, like I said, you know, it's always spoilers, but if you guys read 674 for yourself, at the very end there is a super spoiler, you know, as far as what we can expect in 675, but I'm not going to explain that here. You know, I want to at least, you know, keep some of the suspense, you know, going on. But if you guys check out 674, you guys will be able to check out that spoiler for yourself. And I really enjoyed this chapter, you know, and I thought it was really great. And yeah, you know, things are really starting to, you know, get interesting now. You know, this is pretty much the second to last battle, with the last one, of course, being the whole Naruto versus Sasuke fight, you know, that we've been waiting ages on. But I was hoping my review wouldn't be too long, but you know, I try to be in depth with what's going on. I wanted to make my reviews a little bit better than what I have been doing so far. So you know, tell me what you think, guys. You know, what do you guys think of the chapter? You know, I give this chapter, you know, a 9 out of 10 for just having so many ocular powers off the charts, you know, making it insane with Naruto's cool Rasengan and whatnot. So even though Naruto and Sasuke got these huge power buffs, you know, I'm glad that Kishimoto didn't make them overpowered, you know, because it wouldn't seem balanced, you know, for a guy who's supposed to be like the new god, you know, being Madara or whatnot, and you know that Naruto and Sasuke are like half, you know, they're like half of that god, you know, with half of the power. You know, they each have half of the power of the Sage of the Six Paths, you know, so it makes more sense that way, and it makes the manga, you know, a bit more entertaining, you know, and that it keeps everything balanced, you know, so that we can see, you know, the maximum depth of their powers as well as, you know, the limit of their powers too. So that's what I like about the chapter, you know, and what's been going on so far with their new powers. So tell me, you guys, you know, what you think. You know, did you guys enjoy the chapter? You know, did you guys enjoy reading it? You know, and what do you guys think will happen next in 675? You know, tell me what you guys think. Anyway, man, I'm about to end this video. I've been your boy Sasuke Uzumaki. Peace out.